Hey, cooking with your girl Judy. Listen, y'all, if you've been here before, I thank you for coming. I really thank you for coming back. But if this is your first time here, hit subscribe, do the notification bell, and that way you will know every time I come up with a video. Listen, y'all, today, right here, we are going to be making a honey bun pound cake. And listen here, it's got buttered bourbon pecan glaze. I'm so excited. Every time I get ready to make something sweet, I just get so excited. So listen here, if you would like to know how I'm gonna make this honey bun pound cake, come into the light. Come into the light. Okay, let's get started on this honey bun cake. We will need 4 eggs. And make sure your eggs are room temperature. They work better if they're room temperature eggs. Okay, now that we have the 4 eggs in here, we're going to pour in 2 cups of sugar. Make sure it's plugged up. And I'm going to beat this egg and sugar together for about maybe 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay? One cup of sour cream. And by it being a pound cake, it's going to make it moist. Sour cream will make the pound cake moist. One-fourth cup of oil. And I use Crisco oil. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And this is the vanilla extract that I use. I found me some vanilla bean paste. And this has been the only flavor that I really like to use, not unless they run out of it at Hobby Lobby. But it's called vanilla bean paste. And I can't get it focused. Okay, there it goes. And we're gonna beat it up for about maybe another 5 minutes. Okay, next we're gonna add our dry ingredients. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a half teaspoon of salt. And a box of vanilla pudding. Then we're going to sift it, get the flour fluffy, and get the other ingredients all combined. Okay. Now we're going to stir it up in there real good. And add it gradually to the liquid mixture. You're not going to beat it up too much because it'll make it tough. Make you have a tough pound cake. So we're going to go in 2 times. And beat for about maybe 2 minutes. Maybe a minute. Then we're going to put the other in. And we're going to beat this for about a minute. Then we're going to stop beating it, and we're going to take and swerve around the sides and make sure it's all mixed up. And it is. And now we're getting ready to layer the cake with the brown sugar. Okay, we're going to use 1½ cup of brown sugar. 1½ cup of pecans, chopped pecans. 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. And we're going to mix it up. Get it real good and mixed up. Because this is going to be the filling. This is going to go in between the cake batter. And by the way, I taste the cake batter and it's good. Okay. Now you're going to take and for your pan. And by the way, that was the oven going off, and I'm gonna put it on, I think about 350 for an hour, or maybe 320 to let it get done on the inside. About 320 for about an hour. And I'm using Baker's Joy. Okay. And I'm gonna get a ice cream scooper to scoop the batter into the cake pan. And I put about three scoops in there. Now I'm going to take and put the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and the pecans in on it. In on the cake batter. Then I'm going to take another 3 scoops and put it in. And I'm going to make sure it's spread it over on top of the brown sugar and the pecans and the cinnamon. Because I'm going to take another layer of the filling and put it in on the cake. Okay. Now I'm going to take another 3 scoops. Put it in, and we're going to make sure that we cover the filling. And we just about made it. Let me see if I can dig some more out. right there. Okay. Okay, we made it. Now we're gonna bounce it up and down. Make sure we get the air bubbles out. And we're gonna put it on 320 for an hour. And I'll be back. Okay, now, excuse me, on with the glaze. You'll need about 3 tablespoons of butter. And this glaze is sort of like a caramel glaze, but it's going to be a little thinner. Okay, let me let the butter melt. Now we're going to add a miniature bottle of Jim Beam vanilla flavored bourbon. Oh, and it smells good. Okay, we're going to cook the liquor off of the bourbon. Okay. By adding 2 cups of brown sugar. Okay. Let me go in with another tablespoon of butter. Because I want it to come to a bubble, to a boil. Okay. And I'm gonna cook it for about maybe 3 or 4 minutes until it comes to a boil. And I'll be right back. Now that it's come to a boil, cooking off the liquor, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of half and half. And we're going to cook this for about 2 or 3 more minutes also. Turning it on low. And after 2 or 3 more minutes, I'll be right back. Now we're going to add 1 cup of pecans and make sure they are finely processed, chopped up, almost like flour. Okay? And I chopped them up in my food processor. Chop them up as small as you can get them. And we're going to add 1 cup of pecans. Okay? And after 2 or 3 more minutes, we're gonna let it cool down. And then we're gonna add the powdered sugar. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 2 or 3 more minutes. And then I'm gonna add powdered sugar. Let it cool for about 30 minutes. And then we'll add powdered sugar. Okay? The icing hardened up more than I thought it would. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of half and half. I'm gonna loosen it up. And as you can see, the cake came out perfect. So I didn't need the powdered sugar. I'm gonna add about another tablespoon of half and half. Just to loosen it up so we can get it on the cake. We want to drizzle. Okay, a third tablespoon of powder of half and half. Now that loosened it up pretty good. Now I'm going to put it over top of the cake. Okay, now we're getting ready to drizzle this glaze over top of the cake. And we had to thin the icing up, because it had got hard as candy. I should have put it in a piping bag. But this will work right here. This is that Bourbon glaze with pecans and butter. And that's it. I don't think I'm gonna put no more glaze on it. And this is my honey bun cake, pound cake with glaze, bourbon, butter, pecan glaze. And I'm not gonna cut it now. I'm gonna wait. It's still sort of warm. I said I was gonna wait till it cooled off to put the icing on the glaze, but it's still sort of warm. And I'll let you see how it looks on the inside later. Be blessed. Stay humble. Be blessed. Y'all have a good day. And please subscribe, like, and comment to this honey bun cake. Okay? Bye for now.